Marvel's last three films cost over $700 million to make. Yet all three failed to break even. Today, we'll expose the hidden forces draining the MCU content overload. Villain vacuum and a billion-dollar identity crisis you weren't meant to notice, which burned you out faster. Too many Disney Plus shows or the missing big bad? Remember when every Marvel film felt like catching up with old friends? That warmth died the moment Iron Man snapped and Captain America retired. Their exits left an emotional crater. Yet Marvel filled it with new faces, not new stakes. Viewers lost the anchors that made cosmic threats feel personal. So ticket sales turned into polite curiosity, not urgent must-sees. 10 movies and 10 Disney Plus series in just 3 years sounded ambitious, until fans realized they needed spreadsheets to keep up. Instead of anticipation, Marvel created obligation. Binge fatigue replaced blockbuster excitement. Even diehards skipped theatrical releases, waiting for streaming drops. When quantity smothers quality, engagement freefalls. Thanos loomed for a decade, whispering dread into every post-credit scene. Kong. One movie cameo, then radio silence. Without a unifying menace, new heroes feel like side quests, not chapters in an epic. Stakes shrink, buzz fades, box office stalls. Marvel used to set the gold standard for blockbuster visuals. Now TikTok roasts, half-rendered backgrounds, and rubbery CGI armies. VFX houses whistleblow on impossible deadlines and burnout turnover. When the spectacle looks like a video game cutscene, moviegoers feel cheated, especially at premium IMAX. Prices.investor calls tout synergy. Shows feed movies, movies feed toys, everything feeds Disney Plus. But fans sense the calculus. Every cameo is a Funko Pop, every cliffhanger a subscription nudge. Story beats distorted by quarterly goals erode trust faster than box office flops. Phase 1 promised hero origin stories. Phase 4 delivered tonal. Whiplash. Kids comedy 1 week, existential horror the next, followed by sitcom meta jokes no newcomer understands. Casual viewers cannot tell what an MCU film feels like anymore, so they stop buying tickets. When every post-credit scene points to a Disney Plus series, theatrical momentum stalls. Fans once felt rewarded for lining up opening night. Now they feel assigned homework to understand the next crossover. Binge fatigue meets wallet fatigue, and the cinematic event aura evaporates. A blockbuster shouldn't require a login screen. Too much context kills excitement. Premium formats push $20 per seat. Yet recent MCU fights look cheaper than Winter Soldier's decade-old elevator brawl. Audiences notice the mismatch: higher cost, lower thrills. Word spreads fast on social media. Wait for streaming. Empty seats snowball into bad headlines, which snowball into emptier seats. Value must match price. Hawkeye's successor. Echo Thor's, Love, Hulk's. Maybe Scar? Each tease lands, then floats with no follow-up, leaving fan theories and emotional investment dangling. When arcs stall, enthusiasm stalls with them. People don't abandon stories. Stories abandon them first. Loose threads weaken the fabric. When anything can be reset in an alternate timeline, death loses meaning. Loki returns, Gamora reappears, Spider-Man forgets but isn't gone. Audiences stop fearing consequences, so climax scenes feel like placeholders, not finales. The multiverse promised infinite possibilities. It delivered infinite undo buttons. Risk evaporates. Early MCU humor broke tension. Now jokes interrupt tension. Serious moments undercut by quips signal that nothing truly matters. Thor's kingdom dies. He cracks a gag. God loses an eye. We get a punchline. The tonal seesaw tells viewers to laugh instead of feel. When everything's funny, nothing's funny. Anonymous animators describe 90-hour weeks and last-minute redesigns. Scenes are rebuilt days before release. Quality sacrificed for dates on a calendar. Leaked emails trend on Twitter, tarnishing brand prestige. Movie magic relies on unseen labor. When that labor revolts, the illusion shatters. Crunch leaves cracks. New MCU projects reference events from shows many casual fans never watched. Westview anomalies, TVA jargon, Darkhold scars. Viewers without the full streaming backlog feel lost, then disengage. Forums fill with "Do I need to watch X first?" Threads a barrier that never existed in Phase 1. Continuity turned from Easter egg into entry exam. Confusion repels curiosity. Marvel finally teases its next Thanos. Then headlines explode about the actors' legal issues, reshoots, and possible recasts. A villain meant to unify phases now symbolizes Marvel's uncertainty. Fans question whether to invest if the big bad might vanish in court filings. Real drama eclipses fantasy. Audiences who crave spectacle now find it in John Wick's choreography, Top Gun's practical jets, and Dune's world building. Those films prove blockbusters can thrill without capes. Superhero dominance was never. Permanent rivals adapted while Marvel coasted. The crown slips easiest when you stop innovating. Monopolies invite challengers. Trailers promise universe-shaking stakes. Films deliver mid-level side quests. Each game-changing release resets to status quo by the credits. Fans conditioned for twist payoffs leave theaters shrugging. When hype inflation outpaces story impact, good becomes forgettable. Expectation mismanaged. Weekly pop culture events dilute true events. Secret Invasion drops, followed by Quantumania. Then Loki S2, all within months. Nothing breathes. Nothing lingers. Audiences skip smaller chapters, assuming recaps will suffice. The franchise becomes background noise instead of appointment viewing. Too many peaks flatten the mountain. Hope lies in slowing down. Refocusing on character arcs and anchoring everything to one undeniable villain. Practical effects, tighter writer rooms, fewer releases, quality over quantity. Audiences aren't anti-superhero, they're anti-assembly line. Give them stories worth waiting for, and the next endgame scale roar is still possible. Rebuild, don't recycle. Marvel's struggle isn't a mystery. It's an overdose of content, missing stakes, and diluted vision. Fix those and the MCU can soar again? Ignore them, and caped fatigue becomes terminal. Stick around as we track every pivot, misstep, and redemption arc ahead.